United have crossed the border into Wales for a game against Cardiff City, the team currently occupying bottom spot in the Championship. On that basis, it is a game that Leeds United will be expecting perhaps to win, and that would be good to banish the disappointment in the aftermath of a season's first defeat last weekend. The Leeds United side is out there in the change strip. Cardiff City are in their traditional colours of blue, white, blue. And the two sets of players go through the pre-match routine before we have what will, I'm sure, be a touching moment, a tribute to Sol Bamba, of course, who played for both Cardiff City and Leeds United. The Cardiff City side, well, there's one change to their starting 11. Oli Tanner comes into the team and Anwar El Ghazi drops to the bench. As Leeds United break and head towards the travelling fans behind the goal, away to our right-hand side, occupying the corner of the stand there. The Leeds United side, there's one change in the Leeds team as well. Ramazani comes in for his first start because Mana Solomon is unfit and unable to play. So those are the two starting 11s for this game. Cardiff City have not had a good time here at home so far this Championship campaign, as early as it still is. They haven't scored a goal here yet. They haven't earned a point here yet. Just 1 point on the board from their fixtures so far. As the two teams now move to the edge of the centre circle, and the referee takes charge of the coin toss, or the referee then takes charge of this little moment of memory around a player who was extremely popular at both these football clubs. It's almost the perfect fixture to remember the sad loss of Sol Bamba at just 39 years old. The wreath-laying ceremony going to take place in the centre circle, as images of Sol Bamba are shown on the big screen here, and as you would imagine, both sets of supporters are joining in with this applause. 50+ games for Leeds United, 100+ games for Cardiff City, achieved really good things with Cardiff, including a promotion to the Premier League. The referee's whistle brings that tumultuous round of applause on a very sad occasion to its conclusion. A really nice guy, Sol Bamba, a man with a big smile who's been remembered by everybody in this stadium. And good to see Neil Warnock here, the man who signed him for Cardiff City, along with other members of that team that Sol Bamba played in. Gray is down representing Leeds United on the pitch. He leaves the playing surface there, and now we're ready for the start of this game. Important looking fixture for both these teams, really. Leeds looking to get straight back in the groove after defeat to Burnley. Cardiff City really but looking to get off the mark here. Just the 1 point on the board for them so far. What's been their worst start to a season for 35 years. So they will feel that they need to get going soon. Leeds United may have to be wary of that. Alongside me, as ever, it's Tony Dorigo. Tony, it's been an emotional build-up to this game. It's lifted the noise levels perhaps a little here from a Cardiff City fan base that were probably a little bit flat otherwise. Is that something that the home team are going to look to feed off here, perhaps?
I think you're right. The noise beforehand was absolutely superb and just shows what the amount of love, certainly from both clubs to Sol Bamba. But now for the players, it's mind on the business. And for us, of course, it's trying to get all 3 points, but always be wary, certainly, of this Cardiff side. And yes, they've got a -10 goal difference, but we've got to really put them to the sword, and that means us playing extremely well. So worry on our job, and hopefully the rest takes care of itself.
Leeds United in possession in these early stages. Joe Rodon getting a few boos as he touched the ball a couple of times there. The former Swansea City man. This is never going to endear him to the Cardiff City faithful, although, of course, he is a sterling campaigner for the Welsh national team, who have this as their home as well. So familiar territory indeed to Joe Rodon, as well as the man we heard from in the build-up to kick-off, Ethan Ampadu. Charlie Cruz beginning to get to know his way around. He's on the bench, and Carl Darlow will be in a similar position as well, having made his international debut for Wales in the last international break. Here is Joe Rodon going forward. Can't find a teammate. Leeds win it back with Struijk. It's quite gusty here. It's been dry, a little rain earlier on in the day, but it's been dry for the last few hours. Relatively warm still as we move ever deeper into autumn. Gruev with the ball over the top. Joseph will look to chase, but Leeds will have to settle for a throw-in with the ball headed out of play on this near side touchline. Taken quickly. Firpo has the ball at his feet, temporarily at least, and he commits a foul in trying to win the ball back. And it's a free kick to Cardiff City, just in from the near side touchline, midway inside their own half.
Just looking at this Cardiff City side as well, you can tell the confidence they've certainly got, and also from the manager, they're going to make sure they don't concede early on in this game. They're giving us no real pressure on the ball, so we're able to move it quite comfortably, but keeping those lines nice and tight as well. So steady she goes to the home side.
Annex free kick forward. Ramazani can't pick it up for Leeds. It comes off the underneath of the boot there of the Cardiff Montana, or into the starting 11, and it goes out of play for a Leeds United throw-in. Almost level with the edge of the Leeds box. Junior Firpo is on the touchline to take it. You'll hear the wind gusting across there. It's been blowing intermittently, quite strongly through the course of the day, as Cardiff with Colwill. He almost played a ball into the penalty area. Thought he might have a shot, Ruben Colwill, but tried to find a teammate instead, and probably, from Leeds' perspective, the better option. Ball is swung out by Alnwick, miles over the head of NG. So another Leeds throw in. This one up towards the halfway line. Daniel Farker right up on the edge of the technical area, offering instruction to his players. Ramazani in possession, blocked off by NG. So another throw in for Leeds. Again, Daniel Farker involved in conversation, this time with Junior Firpo, who stands on his right shoulder. Firpo throws infield, looking for Gnonto. Comes back for Ampadu. Ampadu tries to turn it back for Struijk there. Struijk managed to hook it forward, and now there's a little chance perhaps for Gnonto to put pressure on from a defensive perspective, and does a fairly good job of that as well, because the ball is sliced into touch, and Leeds United will have a throw-in way up in the Cardiff half.
Certainly was good pressure, just a ball hooked up, because as you mentioned, it's swirling around, so take no chances at the back, get it over the shoulders of the defenders and close them down.
Firpo's throw into Aaronson, taken off the toes of Firpo, but actually brushed the toes of Firpo, so it's a Cardiff City throw-in according to the referee. John Smith is that referee. He's refereed a number of Leeds games in recent time. The first leg playoff game against Norwich City, the back end of last season, and the Preston game when he sent off Meslier, but also Hull at home. A game that many remember when he actually brought play to a stop, so that the fans' applause for Kevin and Chris could carry on for a minute, and the game stopped in the meantime. Long throw down the line into the Leeds half. Aaronson underneath it, then Ampadu, caught Ampadu hard then He's got his hands clutched to the back of his head. He took a whack then as he went in to win the ball from Joe Ralls, the Cardiff captain. But Ralls has fouled him. So Leeds take a square free kick. It goes further wide, really windy. As Bogle has possession on the halfway line now as we move into the 6th minute of this game. Junior Firpo to Struijk and now Ampadu. Ampadu again in possession. Gruev moves it forward, gives it away. Picked up in the midfield by Siopis, but then given away in the midfield, and now it's picked up by Ramazani. Spreads the ball wide right to Bogle. Back in field to Ramazani, operating through the middle for Leeds United at the moment, the number 17. Back in the centre circle with Rodon. Closed down by Colwill, so goes to Struijk. Struijk out to this near side to Gnonto. Step over and inside of 2 players there, Gnonto. Neat play indeed. Now Aaronson goes further wide to Bogle, into the penalty area. Will turn on the edge of the box from Gnonto. Controls and gives it back to Ampadu. Back in straight ball on the edge of the area. Leeds break in with Firpo. Firpo cuts it back into the middle, and it's cleared away from the far post where Bogle was waiting to tap it in. And Leeds contrived to make a really good opening there. Aaronson involved with the ball across, just waiting for somebody to side foot it into an empty net.
Well, it was Aaronson, I think, that should have actually stuck it in. Would have got a touch to it. Excellent play, wasn't it? Moved the ball really quickly, and Firpo was the one with space on the left-hand side.
Leeds are in again here with the ball into the penalty area, just off the toes there. Matteo Joseph. Leeds win it back, though, on the edge of the penalty area. Joseph into the box. And it's almost into the path of Gruev, and Gruev slices his half volley from a really good position, 8 yards out to the left of centre, but he couldn't keep his shot down, and it disappears behind the goal.
Well, the first I'm going to say, Cardiff at the back, chaos, absolute chaos. What are they doing? But we have to take advantage of these moments. Had a couple of half chances there, didn't hit the target on either occasion.
And we've seen examples in recent matches as to how costly that can be, haven't we? Joseph inside a minute in the game last weekend could have made a huge difference against Burnley. So pressure on Leeds to make chances count. Make chances count in the second part of that. And G for Cardiff with the ball in the Leeds half to Tanaka. Tanaka into Siopis. Back to Tanaka. And G gives it away to Gruev, and now Joseph can set off on a run, plays it out to his left to Ramazani with the ball tight to his toes, keeps going, still into the penalty area, laid off for Ramazani on just as he was steadying to shoot. Then the ball was taken away from him by Bagan and put into touch for a Leeds throw.
Excellent counter-attack. Cardiff really slow in getting back. Some good footwork, almost come through to Ramazani, who's made a positive start.
Leeds throw level with the edge of the Cardiff box. Bogle has it. Smuggled away from him. Leeds get another throw in. Same position. Bogle goes back, this time to Ampadu. Plays it into the middle. Aaronson tried to turn it round his man unsuccessfully, but it's picked up well by Ampadu. Ampadu couldn't quite control. Goes in to try and win it again. Then Gruev does win it for Leeds. Now Ramazani just on the edge of the D. Oh, he again was shaping to shoot there. And a moment's hesitation gave the defender the chance to slide in and knock the ball away from him.
Really good play from Ampadu to get the ball back after actually giving away initially, but Ramazani needs to learn pretty quickly is you're not going to have that sort of time in the Championship. He's flying around you, making challenges in and around the box, and couldn't get his shot away.
Cardiff free kick inside their own half. Leeds fans make some noise behind the goal in response to the home supporters' voices being raised. Header up towards the halfway line. Struijk there for Leeds. Now Firpo. In it goes to Ampadu. Ampadu spots the run through the middle of Aaronson. Alnwick will get there ahead of him. No, just a little overhit from Ampadu. Nice idea. Good run from Aaronson. Just not quite the delivery he needed.
I thought there's nothing brighter on the pitch than Matteo Joseph's new boots, but you know what? I found it. That goalkeeping outfit is bright. Not going to miss him.
Jack Alnwick is positively glowing in that penalty area, isn't he? Bright pink. Ball over on the far side, goes out to play. Leeds throw in. Colwill tried to chase it unsuccessfully. Bogle has the ball. on the line, and then comes inside to Gnonto. Headed on towards Joseph on the halfway line. Can't find a teammate, it's tight, but Gruev with a header down into the path of Gnonto. Gives it back to Bogle, still tight. Looks like Bogle's fouled, there he is. Free kick, here's to Leeds United, just in from the touchline far side, in the sunshine. 2/3 of the pitch in sunshine just at the moment, as the clouds have cleared overhead. Firpo for Leeds United, now to Struijk. Pascal Struijk back to Junior Firpo. Firpo socks down, back to the number 5, Struijk, and across the back to Rodon. Rodon, ball beyond Gnonto. Easy pick-up for the home team. Come back towards the edge of their own penalty area. In fact, come back into their own penalty area to play the ball to the feet of the keeper, Alnwick. Bogle with a header down, comes into the path of Gnonto, pushes it on to Aaronson, who's on the edge of the box, puts it into the middle. Ramazani just cushions it down for the shot towards goal from Gruev, just wide as well. Really nice set-up play from Ramazani. Gruev could not quite take advantage.
It is, and a half chance. Unfortunately, goes begging. Good play down the right-hand side, across the back stick. Lovely cushion down to Gruev, bouncing nicely, but always going wide.
Another moment of promise for Leeds United inside the opening 12 minutes here at the Cardiff City Stadium. Pretty well filled. Not completely, but better than average gate here for Cardiff, particularly in light of their poor start to the season, perhaps. Gruev, back header into Aaronson, tries to bundle his way through, comes back for Gruev anyway. And now Struijk has it, and now Firpo has it, but he's forced back all the way to Meslier. First touch for Meslier for a long time, if not since the game started. Pushes it out to Joe Rodon.
Certainly is, because Cardiff just aren't pressing at all. They're going to drop back into a position where they're all nice and compact, which means we either get it around the sides or go through them.
Firpo going down the sides just at the moment, and comes inside and gives it short to Gruev, and then goes back into Pascal Struijk. Cardiff do just retreat in front of him, back into their own half in their shape. Bogle has it on the halfway line. Colwill the furthest player forward in his own half still. Struijk, noises from the away end. Gruev back to Struijk, into Ramazani, and back to Struijk once more. Gruev halfway line, across the line to Rodon. Bogle had set off to his right, still in loads of space over there. Bogle and Ampadu's caught in possession by Colwill, 2 Welsh players up against each other, and it's the young forward who comes out on top on that occasion. Ampadu comes in to try and get the ball back, but NG has it for Cardiff. Colwill again, and then it's played back to Chambers, and Chambers turns and goes back into his own half, and there's just a few boos and whistles from the home supporters there. They're expecting him to try and press on, and he's not going to get much better with that ball forward either, because he's just played it over the head of everybody and out and into touch.
Well, when those boos came, Chambers was the one that actually turned to the crowd with his hand and said, calm down, keep it calm. As soon as he gets it again, he just boots it up the pitch. So you can see this tension, you can hear the tension in the crowd around us, the players out there as well, trying to follow instructions, which is why we need to really get at them early before they kind of settle into the game, because they haven't so far.
Meslier's ball forward. Joseph is going to chase. He's not quite going to get there, I don't think, but he does pressurise sufficiently to win Leeds United a throw-in deep in the Cardiff half.
Fish was certainly favourite, but Joseph pushed him all the way and made him just kick it out.
As the 14th minute ticks around, Sol Bamba's image appears on the screen with the number 14 on his back, and that's the prompt for fans around the ground to stand and applaud again. And that's, again, both sets of supporters. Leeds play on in the meantime with possession on the halfway line. Huge noise around the ground as the ball is played forward for Firpo to chase. Just puts it up in the air, but I don't think he's kept that one in play. He hasn't. And it's gone behind. And it's a goal kick. And still the applause continues. And the Bamba family who are present here today, if they didn't know before, do at least know now just how much love there was for the husband, the father, the son that they've lost. Alnwick with a goal kick for Cardiff City. Drops it deep in the Leeds half where Rodon wins a header, flicked on by Gnonto. Back in Leeds territory, Tanner with a stooping header, put up in the air by NG. Struijk wants it down, Ampadu helps it on, Ramazani in the centre circle, brought down in the centre circle.
Has to be.
NG the culprit.
Yellow card for sure. Just grabs him, tries to wrestle him to the ground. Ramazani would have been off, and I like the header just earlier from Struijk as well, because Kanga and Struijk, that physical battle, certainly has to be won by our centre-half, and Pascal Struijk a couple of times now has got the better of him as it drops to Ramazani, wins the free kick.
Kanga up front, one of the summer signings for Cardiff. Aaronson for Leeds. Good ball out to the left-hand side, and Firpo by the corner flag. Brings it back to Aaronson. He shapes to cross and then goes inside to Gruev instead. Gruev across the middle to Ampadu. Goes it back to Gruev. Leeds probing up to the edge of the area almost, and Gnonto has come away from the box to give it to Gruev again. Lays it off for Brendan Aaronson. Aaronson infield to Ampadu. Short ball to Gnonto. Leeds just trying to advance beyond the position some 15 yards outside the Cardiff penalty area. Aaronson still in that zone at the moment. Now Gnonto, now there is a bit of space in front of Aaronson and in front of Gnonto perhaps here as well. Tries to go outside of his man, battles well to win the ball on the byline, gives it back to Firpo. He's looking for the big ball into the middle. It's cleared out. Ampadu picks it up quickly, wins that second ball against Colwill, brushes him off as he tries to perhaps even foul Ampadu there. Ampadu has it once more into the path of Ramazani over in the sunshine on the right. Back to Ampadu on the halfway line, pushed forward to Aaronson. Nice turn and move forward from Aaronson. Layoff for Joseph. Joseph keeps controlling and then plays it. Well, he tried to play it to Bogle, but he didn't get it right. Leeds quickly win it back though, with Rodon heading into the path of Ampadu. Has the ball for Leeds now. Again, Aaronson turns, moves it into the penalty area. Ramazani, first touch probably wasn't quite what it needed to be there. He's in a really good position. Ball played down his side, but it was just knocked away from him and into touch.
But really good patient play as well. Got to be careful we don't give the ball away in a poor area. We didn't. We found the space. Aaronson turned, found space. Unfortunately, that cross there from Ampadu, just a little bit rushed, but some good play out there without really taking advantage of it.
The ball played behind by Ethan Ampadu. Alnwick spots it up on the edge of his 6-yard box. Alnwick brought back into the team for the last game for Cardiff at Derby. Didn't start as the first choice keeper, so the number 1, Horvath, is on the bench. Alnwick's goal kick headed on by Struijk. Headed back into the Leeds half. Kanga beats Ampadu, but it comes back to the halfway line off the head of Kanga. And then it's swung wide looking for Tanner. And G on the halfway line. Good block from Ramazani to get in across and in front of the Cardiff man. Goes out off Ramazani for a Cardiff throw.
Excellent play. Just look at Daniel Farker talking to Matteo Joseph. He wants the ball into his feet. He wants the striker Joseph to be big and strong, hold off the centre half and get others to play in and around him. It's probably more so on the edge of the box as well. Got to face up at times to the players and try and play those 1-2s.
Clarification on the earlier booking in this game. It was Siopis was the player yellow carded. The combative midfielder, defensive midfielder for Cardiff, Greek international. Can't be too combative now, can he?
Certainly can't. All the places and players to get a yellow card early, it wouldn't be your holding midfielder who needs to put his foot in.
Struijk Leeds are forced back to keeper Meslier. Kanga moving higher up the park. Mellier's ball is loose, but Bogle's come in and come across to try and win things back for Leeds United, but can't keep the ball in play. And a little flare-up on that far touchline as Bogle involved in a pushing match. And Ralls, the Cardiff captain, steps in to try and calm things down. It was O'Dowda who was involved from the Cardiff perspective there. And he and Bogle got quite animated with each other.
I've seen much to do with that, nothing, to be honest. I'm sure Ralls calmed anything down by just pushing Bogle away, but don't want to be doing anything silly.
A long talking to from the referee, it appears, will probably suffice. Cardiff will restart the game with a throw-in that precipitated that little angry exchange. O'Dowda making good progress down the touchline before he looks to deliver what may yet be a long throw. Indeed it is. Up in the air it goes, and it drops, loops down into the Leeds penalty area, from where it's quickly cleared. And then the ball goes all the way back to Alnwick from a position inside the Leeds half. He puts it straight back, almost where it came from. Bogle's header comes off the head of the Leeds defender and out for a Cardiff City throw-in. 22nd minute, 0-0 here in the Welsh capital. Home team have possession. Played a wide ball looking for Tanner down, NG rather, down the Cardiff right. Good block by Gnonto, helping out defensively. And then does well to win a throw-in as two Cardiff players charge at him in possession. Puts the ball against the knees of NG, and it's going to be a Leeds United throw-in which Firpo will take.
Well, at the moment, we're certainly defending well. Cardiff finding it difficult to get any sort of momentum going in the attacking third.
Flicked on by Aaronson. Picked up at the back by Fish, former Man United man. Plays a ball down the channel looking for Tanner's run. He's going to get there. Struijk has gone across, but he's just put it up in the air. Mellier's got to keep his eye on this one, and that he did to really good effect. He was coming out of the heavens, dropped down from a very high position, dropped into the hands of the keeper. Leeds come with Gruev. Well, he did. Now he stopped and gone back to Firpo. And now Rodon. Rodon wide right side to Bogle. Back it comes to Rodon.
This is where switch of play is really important. Nice and quickly there, just took a little too long again to get to Firpo.
Gruev closed down. Firpo's ball breaks kindly through the middle. Oh, Gnonto's taken out as he moves into the penalty area. He's still going forward. What's the ref going to give?
Free kick.
He's going to give a free kick right on the... Could be a red card coming out here. What's he done, the referee there? Is that a red card?
It is a red.
For the goalkeeper?
No. I think it's for Joel Bagan. He's the one that made the challenge on the edge of the box. And Gnonto went down, but then bounced up to try and keep going. And that's who I think he sent off. You can see it's fortunate to come through. Yeah, it's that challenge there. But Gnonto gets back up again. Advantage was played, but didn't really get anything from it. And the defender's off.
So Bagan has paid an early price for that challenge, and Cardiff are down to 10. And it was just a lucky break, really, for Leeds United, as the ball took a deflection that carried it nicely into the path of Gnonto. His footwork was good as ever. Having made progress, he was then brought down, got back up again, back into the penalty area again. But as soon as the attack broke down, the referee stopped play, and the card was produced. Straight red. Now Leeds United have a really good opportunity from this set piece, just outside the Cardiff penalty area.
To be fair, credit to Gnonto as well. He tried to get back up, didn't he, and continue. But also, the referee made a good decision in eventually coming back and sending the player off.
Aaronson and Gruev involved in the discussion. Aaronson surely favourite to try and get this one up and over the wall. Gruev indeed leads it. Aaronson curls it in, and Alnwick, full stretch, just pushes it beyond the post and out for a corner.
Good effort. He was done well as well. Didn't have full sight of that, but flung himself to the left. Nice height, but it's a good save.
So Leeds send Aaronson over to the far side to take this corner kick. one-man advantage for so much more of this game remaining. Aaronson plays his ball into the middle, heads clear as a referee. His whistle is for a Cardiff free kick for some pushing in the box there. That comes just seconds after the home fans were suggesting he wasn't fit to referee. So Cardiff have the chance to clear. And let's just see what they're going to do in terms of the formation here.
Yes, I mean, they couldn't keep the ball with 11 men, let alone 10, so they really are clearly going to change their formation and just try and hang on, stay in the game. What we need to do, of course, is make the pitch nice and big, move it quickly, and find that spare man.
Alnwick with a free kick. Rodon hits his backside and goes into the path of Gruev. Ramazani takes it down on his chest, trying to turn away from NG. NG's strong. Tanaka, well tackled by Firpo. Two strong challenges going in there, both clean challenges, no free kick. Joseph, back it goes to Ramazani. Firpo is breaking for Aaronson down the left-hand side, and now offside. Very late offside flag, but offside flag nevertheless.
It certainly was, but you can just see the movement, the passing. The opportunities are there to carve open this Cardiff defence.
So Bagan has been red-carded. We've had 26.5 minutes of play, just about. We haven't had a goal. Leeds do find themselves in a strong position in this game, even if only as a result of the fact they've got numerical superiority currently. Alnwick, free kick up into that Leeds half. Good header from Ampadu. Helped back towards the Leeds area. Push on the back, was it? No. Tanaka threw himself forward, feeling a touch in the back from Firpo. Referee waves play on.
That's exactly right. He felt a touch, and down he goes. So that's not going to work. Goutas, who's playing on the left-hand side, has just dropped back to left back at the moment.
Well, that would give a little more space for Bogle to operate in down that right side. He's pushed quite well up at the moment. He's down the left currently with Firpo. Now Aaronson puts it up over the top, but Gnonto had made a run across the edge of the area, not a forward run there, so it just sails through to Alnwick.
He didn't, but Bogle was on the right-hand side as well. That's what we need to do. Our wide men can come inside, fullbacks then overlap. They should be the spare man, but you've got to move it really quickly from left to right, right to left.
Alnwick, ball in hand, ready to just put it up long. It would appear. Well, he drops it to the ground first, and then he delivers it into that Leeds half. Ampadu again with a header against Ralls. Colwill stopped by Bogle. The final touch comes off Colwill, so it's a Leeds United throw in. Bogle goes back to Rodon. Rodon square to Pascal Struijk. Struijk stretches his legs, pushes it wide to Firpo, goes back to Barney. Got caught up in his own feet there, and the ball came off one foot and hit the other. He fell to the floor, and the ball went behind for a goal kick.
Good position, but as you say, unfortunate. Gets it all wrong.
A little embarrassing for Ramazani in front of the Cardiff fans behind the goal to our left. Picks himself up, going to clear his mind and get back on with it. As Cardiff prepared to take the goal kick. Drops in the Leeds half. Struijk wins the header.
He's won every single header so far.
Now Ramazani is clean through the middle. Ramazani into the penalty area. Ramazani scores his first goal for Leeds United. And what a celebration that is, by the way. Clean through the middle. Ramazani, super speedy, super finish for Cardiff City 0, Leeds United 1.
Excellent goal. I've just done me back in watching that celebration. What a brilliant finish it was. Forget that slip. That's how you show them what you can do. And once he was beyond the back line of Cardiff, only one thing ever going to happen. Takes it away really well, as you can see from the defender. It's a brilliant touch right before he then shoots. This one here gets away, and now takes it onto his left-hand side. Defender goes right. The finish is superb as well. Plenty of composure. Knows where the goal is. Tucks it away well.
There's a weird thing happening here, that loads of the Cardiff City fans are heading for the exits. Now, it's presumably
already
for a half-time, early start in the half-time queues, but there are significant numbers of Cardiff fans
Yeah, right. I'm just seeing
heading for the concourse as soon as that Leeds goal went in. There is not a great sense of confidence, you suspect, around this football club currently.
Well, I think you can see out on the pitch that there's not much confidence on the pitch either. I know Daniel Farker in his interview said that he thinks this Cardiff side will finish in the top half of the Championship. I'd like to disagree. I think they look a poor side.
So Leeds have had a good first half hour here. Seen a Cardiff man sent off, chances created prior to that. Now taken one of them and scored the opening goal. And now you can hear those Leeds voices as Firpo is forced to play the ball into touch by Tanner's presence. Cardiff City throw in midway inside the Leeds half. And G throws it back to the halfway line to Chambers, former Villa man. Again, aimless ball from Chambers, just over the top. And there's nobody anywhere near getting to that one, and it carries straight through for Meslier, who rolls it underarm to Rodon.
Well, the thing is, we actually held a really good line. We pushed up. There was 3 Cardiff players offside, and Chambers got nothing to hit.
Struijk. Back he goes to Rodon. Now Gruev. Straight ball to Ramazani. First start, first goal. Gruev. Firpo. Back to Gruev again. Now Rodon to Gnonto. Gnonto. Oh, he's got it into Bogle. Bogle spins away from Colwill. He's in the penalty area. Forced a little wide as Colwill comes back at him. Bogle trying to get the ball away from the Cardiff man there. Ends up winning Leeds a throw-in by the corner flag.
Fair, Bogle's been waiting an age, hasn't he, for the ball out on that right-hand side. And finally, Gnonto puts a pass to him and almost made good use of it.
Bogle with a throw-in now. Over the head of Aaronson to Joseph in the box. Comes down still for Aaronson. Still almost alive for Aaronson there. Finally, strong challenge came in from Chambers to knock the ball into touch for a Leeds United throw-in.
It's important now that we keep the tempo high. Could easily get a second goal. That would really discourage the Cardiff side and the fans. There might be none left.
The ball has come off Gnonto. A little overhit, but Struijk was able to keep it in play. And he has it on the halfway line now. Puts it over the top. Good running from Joseph. Lovely ball in. Takes it down well. Trying to go for goal. Great save. Alnwick up full stretch. Comes back out for Bogle. Bogle puts it back into the middle. Joseph with the header, and this one will drop much more comfortably for the goalkeeper. And he was close to number 2 there. Great save, kept him out.
Oh, he certainly was. Excellent ball, just over the top. It's a good run. Timing of the pass is perfect as well. And he comes back inside. Still had plenty to do, but does everything right. Make the keeper make a save, hit the target, try and find that far bottom corner. Almost.
Alnwick has been extremely busy in the opening 34 minutes of this game. Plays the ball into the Leeds half. Flicked on by Colwill beyond Bogle, but Rodon waits behind. Gives it to Meslier successfully. Now Struijk. It's he who played that fine ball through for Joseph a minute ago.
Bogle is on.
And Bogle is on.
Please. Oh, I'll be screaming and screaming here.
Bogle is still on. The ball is coming out to the left, not the right.
Well, now Firpo's on.
Back to Struijk. Now Gnonto and Struijk once more. Gnonto again and Struijk again. Trying to play a little ball through the middle there for Aaronson's run. It was cut out. So Leeds begin again from the halfway line. So Colwill's having to go and tuck in now to keep an eye on Bogle, isn't he?
Yeah, that's the thing. Just we stretch them.
As Leeds try and break the lines again here. Ooh. And it got there just ahead of Joseph, who was super quick across the turf. And the goalkeeper had to get that right, otherwise he was in trouble.
As soon as they start moving left and right, that's when you can get those runs then in between. The spaces just open up. Alnwick just got caught, didn't he, there, looks like, from Matteo Joseph.
Joseph stays to offer apologies, perhaps, as Alnwick gets back to his feet.
This is all a bit strange.
It's a break, so players have raced towards the touchline to take on fluids and maybe words of encouragement from members of the coaching staff. 10 to go in this first period. Cardiff City 0, Leeds United 1. Cardiff down to 10. Alnwick with the ball forward. Kanga beats Struijk in the air. Colwill outside the penalty area for Cardiff, turns away from Bogle. Bogle trying to get back at him as Colwill puts the cross in, looking for Tanner. Free kick given to Cardiff for the challenge by Bogle on Colwill there. Again, the referee let things play out before blowing his whistle, so Leeds do have some defending to do here.
He's right. Bogle had plenty of Colwill's shirts. You can see he's coming back here, just pulling.
Bogle probably a little fortunate not to get a yellow card for that. So he comes back to join the crowd of players on the edge of the penalty area. Leeds have put a two-man wall in front of this one. Colwill, he has a shot. He has a capability to do something from range. Ralls is there. He can do likewise. Colwill it is who strikes it low and hard and straight into the hands of Meslier.
Well, a decent effort. And that certainly pleased the home crowd.
Leeds attacking. Aaronson trying to get in through the middle. Wasn't too far away. Alnwick, though, was always favourite to get there before him. It's the goalkeeper in possession around about the penalty spot. Just takes his time, looks ahead of him, and then plays it, swings it out towards the near side touchline. This time Struijk beats Kanga. Oh, poor defending, almost let Joseph in then. Fish, I don't know, what did he do? Take his eye off the ball?
Well, offside. He was actually coming back from an offside position. You can see the referee's assistant flag up. So he half went towards it, knowing that he couldn't really get involved.
Somewhat risky strategy, perhaps, playing quite a high line there, Cardiff, with the pace of Joseph and Gnonto and Ramazani. It's defending. Gnonto with a touch, and G gets it away from him. Gnonto wins it back. Gives it back to Firpo. It's all very tight. Gnonto. Oh, that's a bad one. That is a bad one from NG. That's late, and the card is coming out for that. He has a little bit of a rep, doesn't he, NG, for the occasional poor challenge. He's had a few sendings off in his career. Wasn't quite at that level, but it was not a good tackle.
No, it wasn't. As to his tally of poor challenges. Just high over the ball, missed it completely. Gnonto hopefully is okay. He's walking gingerly, but he could be fine.
Meslier comes out of his goal to take the free kick. Conversation going on between Struijk and Firpo as to perhaps who should be taking this in the circumstances. Goalkeeper's taken control, and there is a big debate going on. Rodon's involved as well. Not sure what that was all about. Leeds with Gruev, nods it down for Ampadu, puts it up in the air. Bogle watches it bounce, controls, comes back to Rodon. Now Struijk. Leeds would like to get going forwards again now, I'm sure. Gnonto. Firpo. Struijk. Inevitably, Bogle waits and goes down the far side. Lovely ball from Rodon into the path of Bogle on the edge of the area. Oh, and the low ball was almost into the path of Ramazani there before the door was closed. It's that straightforward, isn't it?
Yeah, it's such an obvious option. It really is, because Colwill, yes, he's going back, but not properly, not defending as a defender would. So just stick it either inside or outside. Going to find some joy.
Rodon, who played the pass into the perfect position there for Bogle. This time it's for Ramazani. He plays it to Bogle. Back down the line to Ramazani. Can look forward now, largely Ramazani. Great ball to Bogle, who's breaking into the penalty area. Goes down under a challenge and is I think penalised for diving there, isn't he?
Yeah, that's silly.
So simulation sees Bogle yellow carded.
I just felt he was going to do that when the challenge came in. Didn't need to as well. Takes a touch and still really, if he played on, had possession of the ball in the box.
Siopis was the man who made the successful challenge. So Anik had a chance to play the ball back. Farker is having a long conversation with the fourth official down below. Wow, that one goes high in the air. And Kanga flattens Struijk because they both wait underneath it. You won't see a ball hit higher than that, I suspect.
Your neck's a bit sore after that, mate.
Straight in the air, wasn't it?
Yeah, they really can't keep hold of the ball. It's like a bar of soap for Cardiff at the moment.
Firpo, halfway line for Leeds. Run from Joseph is a good one. Holds it up just outside the area. Good turn inside. Still going, Joseph, still going. And it breaks out for Gnonto as the first shot was blocked, and Gnonto's effort blocked as well. Leeds come again with Ampadu. Aaronson, Ampadu. Gruev's got a bit of space in front of him. He could have a go here, and he does have a go, and Anik pads it away. Ramazani with a header back into the box. Colwill will clear surely quickly for Cardiff here. Rodon wins it back for Leeds. Ampadu directs it back for Struijk. Real pressure building from Leeds United in that little period of play there. Gruev again. Bogle waits wide right side. Leeds come back to Struijk. Firpo to his left. Gruev just inside. Two exchange passes. Rodon in the centre circle. Back to Struijk again. Firpo is just ahead of him. Struijk is able to advance further as Cardiff drop further. Gruev through the middle. Ball short to Ampadu, to Ramazani. Gruev looked for the run of Gnonto, then thought Firpo rather, then thought better of it. Struijk. Every Leeds outfield player in that Cardiff half. Aaronson in possession. Aaronson almost swept it into the path of Firpo, but he was intercepted. So Aaronson comes to make the block, and the ball comes off Aaronson and out for a throw-in.
I feel that if we can just get this second goal, it could be open the floodgates time.
Leeds pressing in the final few minutes of this first half. Cardiff throw-in has not yet been taken by NG. Now it is. Past Kanga and Ampadu. Rodon comes across. Firpo goes back to Meslier. Bogle breaks to the right, and he gets the ball now. And he can just walk it forward here at the moment, because only belatedly does Colwill come across to close him down. Gnonto back to Bogle. Rodon. Rodon to Gnonto, to Ampadu.
Firpo.
And then wide, and now Gruev has spotted Firpo to his left. Firpo into the penalty area with the ball to Ramazani. Ramazani back into the middle, but NG is intercepted. Ramazani looked like he might have been caught. Ampadu, great challenge. Slid across in front of Tanner there to knock the ball into touch. Prevent any thoughts of a counter-attack. It was NG, wasn't it, with that challenge on Ramazani then?
Be careful, isn't he?
Just booked.
Or in our case, doesn't have to be careful at all.
More. Long throw forward. Kanga and Struijk again. Tussle. Gruev gets it up in the air and forwards. Bogle hooks it to his side to Firpo.
Excellent pass.
Not quite sure that was what was intended, but it's worked well. Leeds now have a bit of space to go forward. Aaronson to Gnonto. Gnonto into the penalty area. Ramazani! And it's saved by Anik. And Ramazani in all sorts of space in front of goal then. Surely should have scored.
Absolutely, that should be in the back of the net. That should be number 2 for Laji Ramazani. Really good movement as well. And I guess he comes out, but just a little dink over the keeper. And that would be another goal to the good.
So Leeds have to settle for a corner kick here. Anik's save tally is growing. Aaronson will put this ball in. Raises both arms. Drops it in. Heads go up. Kanga with a header to the far side of the penalty area, where Gruev nods it out for Gnonto. Gnonto's forced away by O'Dowda. Back and back and back into his own half to Bogle. 2 added minutes. We're into that added time period now. Rodon. Now Gruev. And Leeds do in the last 100 seconds or so of this first period. Gruev, short pass to Ampadu. Ampadu infield to Ramazani. Oh, ran into his man then, fell, bounced off him. Rodon goes across to cover for Leeds. Back to Meslier. And now Struijk. Again, Pascal Struijk out to Aaronson this time down the left. Tucks it back into Gruev. Ampadu edge of the centre circle. Back it goes to the Bulgarian. The Welsh international exchange passes. Rodon. Gruev once more. Aaronson. Gruev. Ramazani. It's like a training session at the moment. Aaronson. Leeds moving ahead of Brendan Aaronson. Comes back. It comes back. The ball. Struijk. Now he's looking forward again. Firpo lurking down the left for Leeds. In it goes to Ampadu. Aaronson. Back to Struijk. He's got to chase back to make sure he gets there. Kanga's on his shoulder, so he doesn't do anything dangerous with it. He just goes back to Meslier. And we've got 30 seconds of the added time remaining. Now Gruev has got a bit of space, and there are runners setting off, and
Bogle.
Gruev gets it back again. Apparently Bogle might be on. Firpo gets it down the left instead. And it's Firpo into Joseph. Joseph does well to win the ball at the second touch. Comes back for Gruev. Switches the play. Bogle waits and chest. That's why they didn't do it. He bounced off his chest. He has it anyway. Bogle in the penalty area. Laid back for Bogle. It's almost bobbling around there for Firpo before Anik jumps in. And that's the last action of the first half. And a few boos from the home fans because Leeds have bossed it. Leeds have a goal and Leeds have an extra man. And Leeds United at the interval here are in a strong position, you would think, having taken control of this game right from the off pretty much. Created lots and lots of chances, taken just one so far for a 1-0 half-time scoreline.
Yes, and we certainly bossed it against 11 men. Against 10, it's all too easy, but I hope this is going to be a theme of the season, but we should be scoring a lot more. Simple as that. We're creating chances, which is a real positive, keeping it tight at the back, controlling that midfield area, but when the chances come, we've got to take more than our fair share of them, and we're certainly not doing that. But 1-0, get another goal early in the second half, and you can see it being 3 or 4.
Teams head towards the tunnel, and Leeds United have the advantage in more ways than one. Half-time scoreline is Cardiff City 0, Leeds United 1. We're ready for the off here. You heard the blast on the whistle. Gets the second half underway. Ball straight back to the Cardiff keeper, and it's played beyond Struijk and straight through to his opposite number at the other end of the park. The pitch now is in shadow as the sun has disappeared behind a cloud overhead. Still a pleasant afternoon here in South Wales. It will be made considerably more pleasant if Leeds United can at least hang on, if not build upon work done in the first half. Struijk for Leeds on the halfway line into Gruev. Leeds playing towards the travelling fans in this second half. Struijk operating almost down the left wing for Leeds United. Wide of him is Firpo. Back it comes to Gruev. Now Rodon. Now Bogle. Closed down by O'Dowda. Rodon by Colwill. Panicked into a poor pass. So one of the things that Leeds have got to be a little careful about. As Colwill comes across his international teammate Rodon. Gnonto just scuffs it back to Bogle, who has to get in quickly to make sure Colwill doesn't get there. And Leeds have it with Ampadu. Cardiff scurrying around, trying to chase down the man in possession. It's going to be a long, hard half for them if that's the way that they continue with a man less. Now Bogle down the right-hand side. Aaronson goes beyond him. Bogle comes inside. Plays it into the penalty area. Good ball as well, and Ramazani just couldn't quite control and it rolled underneath his foot and through into the hands of the keeper.
Good run from Ramazani, just trying an angled run inside the box. Inches away, slightly over-hit, but just looking at the Cardiff formation with those 3 at the back, of course, that'll become a 5 at the back. A couple of runners in midfield and 2 up top somehow is going to have to try and keep the ball up there for Cardiff, but not with balls like that, they won't.
No, easy concession of possession by Cardiff, and Collins with his long ball out the back. Leeds will keep moving it around, no doubt, here. Keep Cardiff working. Aaronson tackled by Siopis. And then Ralls picks the loose ball up. Intercepted well by Gruev. Brave in the challenge. Aaronson couldn't quite work it to Joseph, and when it's whacked back into the Leeds half, it goes all the way through to Meslier. Willock, the Cardiff manager, on the edge of his technical area, as Firpo carries the ball forward for Leeds United. In it goes. Firpo gets it back again. Bogle pops up down the right-hand side, just outside the box to Gnonto, and gets it back into Bogle, can cut it back, and it slid just past the post. Aaronson arriving to meet it just ahead of the keeper, and he couldn't get it on target, and it went behind for a goal kick.
Goes down again as another great opportunity to score that we don't take. Excellent ball, wasn't it? Bogle just fires it across, and he gets there first. Actually allows it to go across with his left foot rather than just dink it with his right somehow. It wasn't in his stride pattern to get there, but it's a really good chance that should be in the back of the net.
So 3.5 minutes in this second half have gone, and Leeds have had another chance to stretch the lead here. One more goal could be so important. Gnonto penalised, and is it Siopis, the man down, clutching the calf. Cardiff have the free kick that results. Just a little draw of the studs, I think, down the lower calf there, maybe.
Yeah, Gnonto just wasn't quite sure he was there, so it was unfortunate, but he's fine.
Keeper's come a long, long way out of his penalty area to play this ball forward, to give Cardiff numerical parity in terms of the players in that half to which he's just played the ball. Comes off the head on the far side for a Leeds United throw in. Firpo aiming to go back. Now we may opt instead to go forward. Goodness me, that looked like a foul throw. What do I know? Gruev. Oh, lovely work from Gruev. Shuffle of the feet, played the ball nicely into the path of Joseph. Now it's carried forward. Aaronson was maybe offside there. In fact, there's a foul in the midst of that as well on Ralls. So Cardiff are served relief in the form of a free kick.
Had runners left and right and centre. Really was a good counter. Just couldn't find the right ball. Not sure exactly what the problem was. I know Aaronson did go offside. Maybe they're just coming back onside and the ball was played to him, but it's just got to be more deliberate in those areas.
50 minutes gone. Cardiff 0, Leeds United 1. Panic with the ball out to the near side. Bogle, well, he got his angles all wrong there. He got underneath the ball, and it should have been a comfortable header forward. Instead, it's gone out for a Cardiff City throw-in. Advanced position in that Leeds half. O'Dowda goes back to Collins. Chambers with a long sweeping ball wide. It's going to bounce beyond the run of O'Dowda and ends up high in the midst of the Cardiff fans behind that goal. Bogle prepares to take the throw-in, sent a little further back as Byram emerges from the dugout just down below us here.
Yeah, that's because Bogle actually was feeling his hip, or his back, or his hips just 30 seconds earlier. And I just wonder if there's a little problem there. Byram just sent out to warm up just in case.
Bogle with the ball, up in the air it goes. Aaronson beaten in the air by the taller figure of Fish. Now Rodon. It goes to Meslier. You can spread the play here, which he does, and there's an option as well for Struijk to go beyond, and he does that as well. Firpo in possession. Comes back into Gruev. Gruev onto the centre spot pretty much, and Rodon. Now Gnonto. Bogle waits wide down the right as Gnonto moves it forward. Ampadu. Firpo lurking far side of the penalty area, but Gnonto has it instead. Across the middle to Struijk. Helps it on to Gruev. Now it goes to Firpo. Just outside the area. Referee a little in the way of Gnonto. Goes past a challenge, but then loses the ball. Struijk is strong against Tanaka. Rodon to Ampadu. Over the top. Good looking ball. Firpo is just offside. And so Cardiff have the chance to clear with the free kick.
Oh, I think that was close, you know. The referee's system was a little late in looking over to that. And the run was timed pretty well for me, but not the referee's assistant.
Well, you've got a good line.
Yeah, no,
pretty
that's
much over the shoulder of the assistant.
By the time you end up, you know, looking, the right back certainly didn't spot the run. Firpo in a yard of space, you think, oh, he must be offside, but probably might have timed that one well.
Alnwick to take the free kick for Cardiff City, just outside the D. Motioning his teammates forward. Puts the ball long into that Leeds half. Battle between Colwill and Struijk. Ampadu nods it back to Meslier. Melier's roll out to Struijk. Now Firpo down the touchline. Infield to Gruev. Aaronson back to Gruev again. Rodon. Gnonto. Keeps it away from Collins. Goes back to Rodon. Aaronson. Does well against Fish. Foul down. No, the referee says play on. Colwill has it in the centre circle. Cardiff have runners. Great challenge by Rodon. And a lovely block tackle as Sept leads up for a counter-attack perhaps here. Gnonto now just weighing up his options. Ramazani is the first pass. Back it comes Gnonto. From the byline for Leeds United, puts it back in the middle, nodded away as Joseph was shaping to head on goal. Leeds begin again with Ramazani into the penalty area, short ball. Aaronson's control is poor, and Tanaka carries it, runs straight. Was that a free kick? I thought surely that was a tackle from Struijk. The referee very much disagrees. Cardiff have it.
I'm with you. I thought that was a good challenge, and Rodon just earlier with an excellent challenge that started the attack. It's a piece of the ball there. Actually, more than a piece of the ball. That's not a foul.
Pressure applied by Ramazani, so the ball goes back to the keeper. Spins out to this near side, headed comfortably to Joe Rodon. Now Bogle. Ampadu, Rodon. Gruev. Firpo. Struijk, and then Rodon in the centre circle for Leeds. Straight ball for Gnonto. Nice layoff for Aaronson. Joseph trying to turn away from his man, beaten to it, but given away quickly. Leeds can start again, presented with possession there, and they pick it up with Firpo. Firpo into the penalty area. Collins with a header clear. Bogle will chase and win it on the edge of the area. Bogle back into Aaronson, space in front of Ampadu. Gnonto, now Aaronson, right side of the box for Leeds, back to Ampadu. He's going to put it up in the air towards the far post, where it's headed away by NG. Comes back out for Firpo, puts it back in, over the head of Bogle, and he was hoping that Aaronson was waiting behind, but he couldn't get there in time. Goal kick.
Just a little bit too high, but nice play, moving the ball around, but doesn't finish with a shot on target. I just wondered, this stage of the game as well, with the two holding midfielders we've got in Ampadu and Gruev, do we need both against 10 men? So Tanaka is a player that certainly likes to get forward. Rothwell's another one that can play a bit further forward. Maybe just need one of those, well, and get some fresh legs on.
Cue the appearance of Rothwell and Tanaka jogging up and down the inside touchline. And Manuel Farker may be thinking along similar lines to Tony Dorigo here. That's the saying has it. Well, I'm going to go with great minds think alike.
Okay, let's go with that then. That's fine.
It's a worry is also another option. Joseph trying to get through the crowd on the edge of the penalty area. Colwill in his own half. Short ball to O'Dowda. Comes in field, O'Dowda. Now there's space in front of Siopis, and he's got player wide. NG. Ramazani goes across. Cardiff have players forward in the Leeds half, almost for the first time in this half.
I don't think I've ever heard a crowd get so excited of having the ball in the middle third of the pitch.
But now there could be a counter-attack because they're a bit slow getting back here, Cardiff. They've stayed high up the pitch. Look, Gnonto and Aaronson charging through the middle. And Ampadu tried to get to the one or the other of them. Referee right in the way of the play there. What's he going to do? Book himself?
Oh, he should have tackled him.
Well, he's got to give a drop ball. Yeah. El Ghazi is coming on for Cardiff City. So another change will be made as well, with Robertson also coming on for them. So El Ghazi, an experienced player to replace Tanaka, the man who came into the side for him. And Joe Ralls, the captain, is going off to be replaced by Robertson. So the armband is passed on. Robertson is an Australian international midfielder.
Just fresh legs, isn't it? Because that midfield area taking some workload, and of course up top, that's a thankless task. Down to 10.
Whip forward. Firpo with a header to Gruev. Moves it back. Given away. One back. Now then, Gruev into the path of Aaronson. Gnonto's going. Gnonto's not going to get that one. Aaronson thinks again. Bogle joins him. Gnonto goes again. Stops. Comes back. Ampadu has it. Ampadu swings it out to the left to Firpo. Firpo gives it back to Ramazani. Back to Firpo. No foul. Game is continuing with Colwill in possession for Cardiff. And it's into the middle, and there's space for them to break down the left-hand side here. As O'Dowda comes in to the edge of the penalty area. Puts it to the edge of the D. Play back then to Collins, who's come forward, and he's straight offside. And Farker is absolutely furious at the breakdown there.
Rightly so, because not only got the ball away, but it's then how we want to then win it back. And allowing 10 men to get into your box is just slack.
Yeah, Daniel Farker, I don't think I've ever seen him that animated on the touchline. He was furious at the way that Leeds conceded a good position and almost caused themselves problems at the other end here.
And that's the only way you can see this game changing or Cardiff scoring is by us making a mistake.
Struijk for Firpo. Struijk back to Meslier, way out of his penalty area to Rodon. Now wide to this right side to Bogle. Forced back by O'Dowda. Rodon had to get there. Ghazi was behind him, coming in quickly. Now Rodon once more. Struijk. Ball goes wide to Firpo. Firpo infield to Joseph. Nice ball to Ramazani into the penalty area. And it's a cross that is diverted behind for a Leeds United corner kick. This is the first corner, second corner, I think, isn't it, this second half? Gruev has gone over to take it.
Certainly better play, wasn't it? Used ball got into Joseph, moved it quickly to Ramazani, running at defenders in the last third. That's what we're after.
Change is imminent, I think, for Leeds United, as we've got 29 minutes remaining here. Just the one goal in it. Gruev into the box, headed. Comes back down for Struijk. Referee's blown his whistle in the middle of all that for a Cardiff free kick. And so the corner comes and goes for Leeds.
I'm going to guess when we're going to score from a corner kick. What are you going for?
Oh, I don't know.
Either do they.
Before the end of today. There you go.
Okay. I'm going with that as well. It's just frustrating, isn't it? because he really should be out of sight already in this game, and just a bit of a lack of concentration.
Free kick drops in the Leeds half. Ampadu's header straight up in the air, goes for the second one, gets it. Rodon's down, clutching his face as the game goes on with Gnonto. Well, as much as I want Joe Rodon to get treatment for that facial injury here, there was also potential for a good attack developing for Leeds. Rodon, he's had a whack in the cheek there, I think. The referee did what he had to do, stop the play.
I think was it Ampadu actually? So Rodon's no, it's the arm
down, wasn't it? Yeah. So the drop ball will be uncontested, Leeds in possession, as they were before the whistle went. Struijk. Firpo back to Struijk. It's the home fans who are making a bit of noise at the moment. Leeds United who have the possession. Gnonto caught there, yeah, by Collins. A bit of a whack there, Willie Gnonto. Familiar little flick of the fingers, indicates pain.
Georgie told him that one.
He did.
The referee, though, isn't having too much of it, but it certainly was a poor challenge from Collins.
Daniel Farker asking questions of his goalkeeper. Cutting a somewhat frustrated figure at the moment on the touchline, the Leeds boss. Gnonto. They could alleviate his frustration with the second goal here. Ampadu. Across the middle to Gruev. Further wide to Firpo. Back to Struijk. Into Ampadu. Joseph not going to get to that one. Cardiff win it back with Siopis. Turns backwards. Frustration from the home fans. Easy for Bogle to take that one down at the sky.
Chambers, I'd love to know how many times Chambers just booted it up the pitch and lost the ball. I've already got to about 5 or 6.
Yes, he's a few boos and whistles for his play, Callum Chambers. I think it's just the general mood, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think it's difficult as well. The options that he's got aren't plentiful. So it's better losing the ball higher up the pitch than putting your team into more danger.
Firpo. Cleared straight back into the path of Ramazani. If Leeds can spread it, Bogle's got loads of space down the right here. Bogle's into the penalty area. Bogle comes, he's brought down. Penalty Leeds! Great work by Bogle. Clever that. Brought it inside his man, and the trailing foot of O'Dowda upended Bogle, and Leeds have a penalty kick.
Who'd have thought Bogle on the right-hand side will get in? The space has been there all afternoon long, and O'Dowda asked to do a bit of defending at the back. Unfortunately, makes a hash of it. Certain penalty. Good play, good ball from Ampadu, the timing of it, and the run was good as well.
Pascal Struijk has stepped forward to take this penalty for Leeds. Leeds saw a penalty saved at this end by this goalkeeper in that FA Cup tie, if I remember rightly.
Stop it, Bryn.
Sorry.
No, Pascal has been calm as you like, slotting away those penalties.
Well, Cardiff are definitely trying to delay things here, aren't they? There's conversations going on with the goalkeeper, delaying tactics just to increase the psychology of the situation. Pascal Struijk, ball in hand. Places it on the penalty spot for Leeds United. Struijk takes a couple of steps back. Leeds fans behind the goal watch on. All eyes on Leeds number 5. Struijk waits for the referee's signal. Gets the signal. Takes a breath. Steps up and strikes the ball, and the goalkeeper saves it. It went straight and it came off his legs. And there's a big roar from the home supporters. Leeds have squandered the best chance possible. And again, It's that man Alnwick who's thwarted Leeds from the penalty spot.
Not a good penalty that time. How many more chances do we need? We have a chance after chance after chance. Now a penalty. Only one goal to show for it.
Cardiff man down here. Not sure what happened there.
But Collins, I think, his own player, has nutted him on the side of the head as he went for the ball. Both players eager to challenge for it, but Alnwick again has foiled us.
Well, he's kept Leeds out in the first half. That trailing leg, goalkeepers. The ball was even moving in his direction. He left a big old gap to his left, didn't he?
And he went down really early. Not as if we could miss him in that pink outfit either. Just rolled it, but Pascal clearly in his head thought, I'm putting it down the centre, and came unstuck.
A lengthy stoppage here with the treatment still continuing. Could be necessitating a change for Cardiff here. Some of the indications from those on the pitch suggest that. Collins still rubbing his head. So a lengthy break in the play here, which gives maybe Cardiff a chance for a bit of a breather.
It certainly does. What we want is a fast, high-tempo game. Cardiff want the opposite.
Cardiff man is now sitting up.
And of course, if he is clearly injured, then he needs to make sure he's okay.
Yeah, looks like a real whack in the head has been suffered there. Players come to the touchline for a little bit of a drink and a word with the coaching staff. So we have 22 minutes just under remaining, but this stoppage will mean it'll be more than that. So still a lot of work to do in this game for Leeds United. Scoreline: Cardiff City 0, Leeds United 1. Ramazani with a goal in the first half. Cardiff having had a man sent off.
You're right, but there shouldn't have been. They should be out of sight already. We should be 2 or 3 ahead. We had more than enough chances to be 2 or 3 ahead. And the second half started a little slow, but penalty not being converted just adds to our woes, unfortunately, but still concentration needed. Still go and get that second goal, and surely we'll then take the points back up north.
A penalty would have probably just about settled it on that basis, so that's where that is a frustrating miss from a Leeds perspective. As it is, Cardiff know we're still just about in this contest. As we see Ramazani charging through to score what's proved to be so far somehow the only goal of the game. Peter Beagrie style celebration. Ask you around that. Still treatment being administered on the pitch. There's a bandage on the head now. Fair play to the Cardiff fans. They've got noisier since the penalty save. It's raised their hopes somewhat unseasonably. It's a rendition, a version of Last Christmas that they are currently offering here. The Leeds fans still looking on a little too anxiously from behind the goal to our right-hand side. Shouldn't be that way.
It shouldn't. We all know as well, missing a penalty, what it can do for the opposition. I remember back at, was it Stoke, where we were all over them, and Bamford missed the penalty, and then somehow up the other end they went and scored, and we lost that game, which never should have happened. But and here you can just sense the crowd now think, actually we're only 1-0 down here,
Somehow
still got a chance. Yeah.
So Will Fish is back on his feet and appears to be in a position to carry on with the game here. I think he's wiping, is he wiping blood off his hands there, maybe? The game will restart again. We've had what would be 4 or 5 minute hold up for the treatment there. Now temporarily, Cardiff are going to be down to 9 here, because Fish is going to carry on having treatment off the pitch. So Leeds have a 2-man advantage just at the moment. So surely you're going to get it forwards, haven't you?
You would have thought so.
Cardiff want to do exactly that at this stage while they wait for Fish's reappearance. He's changed his shirt. Bogle with a header. Ampadu helps it on. And then Gruev. Collins, Aaronson. Wow. Head tennis on the halfway line. Cardiff back to 10 with Fish back on.
Nice colour matching of the bandage as well, blue and white.
No number on the back of the shirt. Struijk for Leeds United. Out wide to Firpo. Leeds are going to stay switched on, stay at it here. Expect surely to see changes shortly. Leeds have 3 subs running up and down the near side touchliners. Gruev with the ball. Holds it. Ampadu just about rolls it to Rodon. Rodon's got space in front of him. Look at this. And again, Bogle is the out ball for him. Bogle's first time attempt at a cross comes off O'Dowda. Leeds United throw in. Down by the corner flag. Bogle looks back. Ampadu waits. Aaronson pops up on the edge of the area to offer an option, as does Joseph. Comes back for Bogle. Ampadu. Across the middle to Gruev. Firpo. Closed by Colwill. Gets it out to Ramazani. Ramazani into the edge of the penalty area. Back it comes for Firpo. Ampadu waits just outside the D and plays it. Oh, he was looking perhaps for the run of Bogle around the defender there. Bogle stopped on his heels and it went out of play.
Initially, I thought Ampadu, if the ball was better, could have gone for goal himself. Instead, he then had to just check. Bogle didn't quite set off when Ampadu thought he was going to.
Goal kick is the outcome. In the 75th minute at the Cardiff City Stadium. Cardiff City 0, Leeds United 1. Ball drops on the head of Ampadu. Joseph helps it to Gnonto. Ampadu stretches, but he's lost it. And it's Colwill beaten to it by Gruev. Now there's a bit of space for Firpo down the left for Leeds. Runners ahead of him. Ramazani is one of them. He stops Firpo, turns back. And there's a bit of frustration from the Leeds fans at that as well. They saw the potential for a speedy counter-attack. Gnonto, Aaronson. Fish behind him. Struijk. Gruev. Wide it goes to Ramazani. Ramazani to the byline, trying to get the ball into the middle. Does well to win Leeds United a corner kick.
Leeds fans singing attack, attack, attack. They want that second goal as well, and Ramazani does exactly that. Just good wing play, takes him to the byline, wins a corner kick.
So Gruev. Struijk arrives, Rodon arrives. Ampadu's in there as well. Gruev with the signal. Headed clear, comes down for Ampadu. And it's touched behind for a corner kick, surely. Oh, I'm surprised it's given us a goal kick. We had a good line of vision. Thought the final touch was a Cardiff touch.
I agree with you, and I think our boys were surprised that the ball was bouncing around still inside that 6-yard box. We weren't quite alert or quick enough to pounce on the dropped ball.
So goal kick is the outcome. See where this ball's heading. Long ball forward from Alnwick. Onto the head of Firpo. Loops it back into the Cardiff half. Fish off the bandage. O'Dowda can't keep the ball in play. Need to have the throw in right in front of Daniel Farke, who's shed the black anorak. He's down to the black polo.
I think he's getting heated under the collar, no doubt, because he knows his team still have work to do.
Rodon to Struijk.
Wide it goes to Firpo. Ramazani back to the halfway line to Gruev. Now Ampadu. Now Gnonto. Gnonto can have a run here. Still going. Plays it just too far for Gruev. Cleared away, but only as far as Ampadu. Aims to keep the pressure on with the ball to Firpo. Low ball cleared away. Gruev not going to get to that. Struijk might, should, does. Willock not able to keep it in play though. So Cardiff are handed the ball back in the form of a throw-in. Midway inside their own half. Teammates ushered forward here. As Cardiff lie in a deep position, trying to get up the other end of the park. Struijk with a header. Ampadu in field. Now there's a bit of space perhaps that Leeds could exploit, as Cardiff have a line of just 4 at the back. Gnonto does well, comes inside O'Dowda, checks back, and then just lets it roll off for Rodon. Bogle set off. Gnonto holds it. Aaronson goes to his right. Gnonto holds it. Gives it to Struijk. Now Firpo down the left for Leeds United. Into Gruev. Square to Ampadu. Aaronson. Back to Ampadu. Aaronson once more. Works it a little further wide to Bogle. Moves across the parallel with the edge of the penalty area. Tees it up for Gruev perhaps here. Now Firpo. There's plenty in the middle. They've got to get it in the middle though. Firpo opted to go back to Gruev. Now we can try perhaps. Firpo into Ramazani. Oh, he's missed control, but it's come fortuitously for Joseph. Aaronson. Oh, that was poor from Aaronson. Touch was heavy, lost the ball, and then he just went through his opponent. And there'll be changes made by Cardiff now.
Yes, just slipped. Concentration for a long time, Aaronson.
Siopis off. And Willock on.
Surprised we haven't made changes. It really is 11 minutes to go. And okay, there will be a good bit of extra time, but surely with the bench that we've got, a bit of extra energy and impetus at the right time to get this second goal would certainly help.
Kian Ashford has replaced O'Dowda. A little switch around in formation perhaps for Cardiff for these closing 10 minutes plus. Home side down to 10 early in this game. Leeds have not taken full advantage of that. Scored the goal after that, but haven't been able to add a second. Collins with the throw-in for Cardiff to Ghazi. Foul on Bogle, a little pull back on the Leeds man. Free kick to Leeds, Bogle back to his feet. Still Leeds subs warm up. Struijk. Across the back to Rodon. Now Aaronson. Bogle, socks down. Gnonto similar. Up the line for Aaronson. Back it goes for Struijk. Leeds push it down the left-hand side to Firpo. Ramazani, lively, picks up the ball. Ramazani with a marker player in front of him. Into the penalty area, Ramazani. Low shot in. Keeper knew that was going wide all the way. Lets it just roll past him and behind. So Cardiff have the goal kick.
Well, that was a good run. Cuts inside on his favoured right foot. And gee, just an arm across him at the right time to knock him off balance.
So changes are coming for Leeds. The call is being made to some of those in the group down by the corner flag. I think Piroe could be, yeah, Piroe's coming on. And Sam Byram as well, by the looks of it.
Yeah, Bogle's had one or two issues, it looks to me. Once with the hip, and then I think his hamstring a little bit as well.
Bogle trying to play a ball through for Aaronson. It's intercepted by Fish. It's out and into touch. And it's a Leeds United throw in. Bogle takes it. Back it goes to Rodon and Meslier. Short pass played to Pascal Struijk. Forward to Ampadu. Back to Rodon. Wide to Bogle. Runners going ahead of Bogle. And he stops and goes back. Gnonto, little drop of the shoulder there. It's like a sigh almost. Keeps making the runs.
Well, they do keep making the runs. The ball's got to go in there.
Gruev. Firpo. Struijk. Now Rodon. Bogle, look at the space for Bogle. All inside the defender. To give Bogle a better angle perhaps here if he can keep moving into the penalty area. To Ampadu, back to Bogle. Taking Colwill out of the play. Plays a little ball in for Joseph. Back to goal. Tries to push it back to Aaronson. And suddenly Rodon has to come and prevent a potential counter-attack, which he does to excellent effect. Ampadu helping him out as well. Such a frustrating game, this one.
It is. It's 1-0 up, but you're right.
I'm hating it. Firpo in the penalty area. Little step over. Aaronson didn't quite get there in the middle. Gruev. Ghazi takes the ball away from him. Gruev's going in the book for that challenge. Couldn't let the Cardiff man get forward, so dragged him down. The yellow card is produced. Leeds changes coming now. Byram and Piroe having last-minute instruction from Daniel Farker, the assistant. The fourth official asks whether now is the time, and now is indeed the time. So the board is raised to show Ramazani's departure, the man with the only goal of the game so far. Largely Ramazani turns and hands above his head, applauds the Leeds United fans. They return the applause as he jogs towards the near side touchline to be replaced by Piroe. That means Aaronson will go down the left. And then the second change will see Bogle surely replaced by Byram. And that is indeed the case.
Positive debut, full debut, wasn't it, from Ramazani? He should have had a couple of goals, not just the one, but certainly looked promising.
Player who's made a big impact on this afternoon. Piroe gets a few half-hearted boos. Former Swansea man as he comes on. Free kick played beyond Firpo. Ghazi. Struik's interception is temporary. Colwill has space just on the edge of the area. Still Colwill. Oh, he's got it all wrong there. He's done really good work to make space for himself on the edge of the box. Leeds had left him. His shot was all wrong.
Just looking at Byram now as well, giving some instructions to Ampadu. Half a chance, shot nowhere near the goal, but we allowed them to shoot.
Struijk to Rodon into the last 5 minutes of the 90, plus the time to be added. Probably about another 10 minutes plus to go here. Rodon to Struijk, played through to Gruev. Cardiff had committed a few forward there, quickly got back in a line defensively. So Leeds have it with Aaronson. Aaronson got to go and try and win it back. He's committed a foul. Cardiff have the ball on the halfway line. Aaronson arms spread wide to protest his innocence. Leeds have switch on. Long ball across. Byram does well with the header. Now, if Gnonto can keep this in, there's a chance of doing something. Well, there was, but Collins got a foot in. Now Colwill has played it for the gap for Kian Ashford. Pursued to the corner flag by two Leeds men. Byram gets the final touch, and it's out for a Cardiff throw-in by the corner flag.
This is where now they'll take their time. This is what they're after. It's just a set piece somehow. Get everyone up in the box, in and around the box. Try and win the first one or the second one. We've got to be big and strong and brave here.
Collins launches it into the penalty area. Heads go up in there. Shouts for handball. Nothing doing, but Cardiff still have the ball in the danger zone. Fish with a header. Firpo volleys it away. Gruev does likewise. Piroe will chase. Chambers will get there ahead of him. Chambers had a decision to make. It's made a poor decision. He's given it straight to Aaronson. Now Piroe. Waiting in the middle is Gnonto. Piroe going for goal! That's the way to do it! What a finish from Piroe! Surely wraps it up for Leeds United now. Relief behind the goal. And satisfaction at a fine, fine finish from Joel Piroe. Cardiff City 0, Leeds United 2.
Superb finish. Let's all breathe a sigh of relief And also, now you know why Chambers just boots it up the pitch, because when he tries to find a man at the back, gives it away, all is at 6s and 7s, gets nowhere near Piroe. That is such an angle as well. And the keeper, Anik, really, I think, should be standing up a bit better, but let's take nothing away. Piroe fires it into that top corner. For 2-0, finally, Bryn. It took a while.
Goodness me. And well done, Joel. It's been a long time coming, that second goal, but it has finally arrived. And the guy who finishes is the guy who's just finished. Piroe has shown us a couple of times already this season, but when he's put in that position, he's the man, he's the guy. Suddenly Cardiff with Ghazi at the other end. Meslier, great save, had to be. It was just a straight ball. Ghazi was clean through. Meslier at stretch to make an important save. The last thing Leeds want to do at this stage is offer Cardiff hope.
Well, we've switched off a couple of times, haven't we, in this game? And there was another one. Although it's so often when you score, just breathe a sigh of relief, you go back, but you switch straight back on.
Cardiff City Stadium is emptying rapidly, and they're definitely off on their way home now. Which should make the job of getting out the car park afterwards a little bit easier. Selfish, I know. All the way back it goes to the keeper. There's also a little extra decibel raise from the Leeds fans behind the goal now. It's been a tough watch this second half. Leeds should have been done and dusted long since. Rodon. There might be more in it for Leeds now, let's see. There's a few more minutes to go in the game for sure. I guess it's whether Leeds decide that what they've got is good, that's all. Make sure they see it out, or whether they are a bit more ambitious in terms of going after more. Cardiff have got to do that, obviously. Trying to get something going there, but that's a pass that really sums up their afternoon in many senses. Not very good.
Yes, they've really struggled. Haven't been able to pass the ball at all. Looked like they had a lot of work on the training ground in getting into their defensive formation, but what about actually what happens when they have the ball?
Two more changes coming for Leeds United, with Tanaka and Rothwell joining the action late on. And Joseph and Gruev are the two men called back to the touchline. Could be seeing another change as well. I think we're going to see a debut. I think Schmidt is going to start. He's just getting ready to come on as well now. So the final signing of the deadline window is about to make his first appearance. And there are 8 added minutes to be played here, so there's quite a bit of this game still to go. Game will restart with the Leeds United throw in. Firpo will take it. Challenges in the air. Tanaka goes in tenaciously. Leeds end up with a throw in.
Yes, now it's just about seeing the game out, keep doing the right things, move the ball quickly. There's some tired legs out there from the Cardiff City side.
Played since then, was it 22nd minute when the red card was shown? So since then, with a man less. It's the Leeds side that's been keen to move the ball around as often as and as much as possible. Byram here, going forward now. Gnonto tries to give it back to Byram, who's going to be penalised for that challenge on Colwill. And the change will be made with Schmidt coming on now. So Isaac Schmidt makes his first appearance for Leeds United. He replaces Gnonto. And They'll switch around again in formation, I guess. Would that be right?
It looks like he's come on in exactly the same position now. Schmidt,
he can operate in midfield as well as that.
I think he can operate anywhere, can't he? He's one of those. So it's not Firpo coming off at left back. It's the right winger coming off.
On ball over the top. Meslier waits and catches. All the noise now is from the away supporters.
And a nice time for Schmidt to come on, isn't it? 2-0 up, away from home against 10 men. Just get a few touches of the ball in your first game.
Well, Tanaka hasn't had much action in a Leeds shirt. He's already got himself a song, which is what you're hearing from the Leeds supporters just at the moment. The suggestion being that his first name is pronounced as A-O, I think, which it isn't. But hey.
Hey, forget that.
Whatever. Artistic license. Firpo back to Struijk. Now, aforementioned Tanaka to Rodon. Back to Meslier. And then out to Rodon again. Ball too far ahead of Byram. Not going to get to that one. Just watch as the Cardiff manager, Errol Bullitt, watches on from the edge of his technical area. Much speculation about his position ahead of the game. I think there'll be even more speculation about his position at the end of the game. It's the nature of the beast.
It certainly is. His team's performance has been poor. Another 2 goals conceded and none scored.
Yet.
They're not going to score, Britain. We might score another one, if that's what you mean, yeah. Let's hope so. No, but I just think the way that they played, the way that they started, they're lacking in confidence, and the threats they've got are just minimal, they really are.
We played 3 minutes 40 seconds of the added time 8. Byram goes back to Rodon. Just about keeps it away from Ashford, the Welsh international, under 21 at least. Struijk. Now then, the space ahead of Aaronson. And Firpo still full of running for Leeds United. Oh, there was a run through the middle there, and Schmidt slipped just as he was making shapes to get on the end of that pass. Good challenge, Byram. Ball stays in play. Game goes on. Tanaka. Rothwell and Tanaka combine. 2 new players on the pitch. Tanaka again. Neat and tidy. Goes to Byram. Rodon. Rothwell. Piroe. Piroe's finish was almost like, give it to me, fellas.
Yeah.
I'll show you what you do, right? I'll only just come on. This is how you finish, okay?
Done a couple of times now, hasn't he, to great effect.
Goal against Hull City. And he came on, really expertly taken. Always a good sign when the Leeds United fans are singing, Leeds are falling apart again. Firpo for Leeds on the halfway line. Tanaka. Leeds doing just what they need to do in the closing stages of this. Byram's got space down the right. Maybe he's got greater ambitions here. Collins makes the challenge. Ampadu. Oh, look at that. Brilliant from Ethan Ampadu. Raced across, desire to get the ball ahead of Colwill. Now Rothwell has it for Leeds. Ampadu, he's had a puff after that run. He's down on his
wanted the ball again.
Yeah.
Joe, give it to someone else, mate.
I'm knackered. Tanaka. Almost rhymes with the ball wide left side to Aaronson. It is a long way to Cardiff, so the drive home this evening will be enhanced considerably with 3 points in the bag. Byram back to Rothwell. Back to the halfway line to Rodon. Doesn't have any ambition to go forward there. Leeds getting the olays from the fans behind the goal at the far end. Tanaka. Loves to get on the ball, doesn't he?
He does.
About
really.
50 passes since he came on.
Yeah.
50 touches.
He's very composed, isn't he, on the ball?
Again, offers himself in the middle. Cardiff, fair play. Game, they're chasing. Not getting close to the ball at the moment. Leeds are completely dominant here. Struijk onto Tanaka again. 2 minutes and under remaining. Good ball to Firpo. Run from Aaronson. Short ball into Tanaka. Now Aaronson. Schmidt set off. Aaronson holds it up, goes short and infield to Tanaka. Now there's space for Leeds through the middle. Rothwell could have let that run to Byram maybe. He's waiting behind him. Now Byram does have it, but he's retreated.
Does every second pass have to be to Tanaka? Is that what's happening here?
New rules. Byram down the right. In it goes to Rothwell. Plays it off the heel. And then there's a little tug from Firpo on his opponent there. And the referee spotted it and gives Cardiff a free kick. And we move into the last 20 seconds here at the Cardiff City Stadium. The sun is shining again. Pascal Struijk. I wonder whether he will be back on penalty-taking duties the next time Leeds have one. Leeds continue just to play the little short pass movements, and that's the last of the action. It's another away win for Leeds United, and in truth, it's been a little more difficult than it really deserved to be, particularly once Cardiff had a man sent off in the first half. Leeds were dominant even up to that point, took control for sure from then on. Ramazani on his first start for Leeds United with his first goal for Leeds United. An important goal, but Leeds needed a late second from Piroe to make sure that the 3 points were heading back to West Yorkshire here. It's been a decent away display. It's been a decent away win. It's finished. Cardiff City 0, Leeds United 2.
Certainly vital after losing last game out against Burnley to get back on the road and get all 3 points. And to be honest, this game was never close. However, we made it a lot more difficult than it needed to be. Really could have been 3, 4, 5 or 6, whatever we wanted it to be, but we just didn't convert our chances. A couple of lapses in concentration didn't cost us, thankfully. And Joel Piroe came on and sealed the deal, but a comfortable win, exactly what we needed.
The Leeds players will head towards the fans behind the goal. We've seen another 2-0 away win. And so the players will go and applaud their efforts, and they will reciprocate with their own applause as Leeds get back to winning ways here in South Wales for the second season in succession. Leeds keep a clean sheet at Cardiff City, and Leeds come out on top to win all 3 points. The full-time scoreline here, it's finished at the Cardiff City Stadium. Cardiff City 0, Leeds United 2.